some reason, we just wanted to spit.
Me and Kobe, we started to grow apart.
Then we was like, blood, fuck everyone, man.
GRM, check it out on a daily.
For wow, well done. You lot managed to get it back. Our YouTube don't play games.
I remember saying, like, you know what, I'm done. I can't do this thing.
Pierre leaving left a big void because when Post lost that, he almost lost, you know, like a leg. You're talking about a lot. It's a lot of weight on the shoulders to carry. Like, there's a lot of responsibility that was, you know, flowing through this site.
But what's happening is once you change somebody's life and once they become successful, they can change the people around them because people can see, okay, look, this is how you're supposed to move, this is how you're supposed to be. That's the reason why I keep going, because I want to make sure that someone better than me or someone better than GRM can come in a few years or tomorrow and just propel this and take it to the next level.
You know what? What's so incredible about the journey is that it took us about 7 years to get 100,000 subscribers, and it took us from the 7th to the 8th year to get 1 million subscribers, and then we do 1 million every year now, which shows you how much building the platform had to do and how much building the artists had to do to widen their fan bases. This is one of our first plats from YouTube. That was 100,000 subscribers. Seems like a lifetime ago, but that was a big milestone for us. Sometimes it just takes long to develop something and then just...
I mean, YouTube's obviously been very, very, very positive for the scene. It's given us that freedom to create. Right now, a young kid's literally one upload away from changing their lives. And that's fucking crazy.
Yeah. Well, listen up, you know. Trust me. Yeah. Look, man don't talk my rap. Run up in the chap like boss with the money there, food up and yeah. Yeah, take away arm on the set before I get chopped. Bomber clat, yeah, eat that, don't bother try around. Yeah, look.
The way Robbery Remix came about, I just saw a clip of Abra's freestyle on Black Box. I remember coming and saying, bro, listen to this. This can't go to waste, bro. You do a video for the one you got on SoundCloud so that you can have the, and then we would just do it and make it a remix.
Man don't talk my rap. Run up in the chat like boss with the money there, food up and yeah. Yeah, take away arm on the set before I get chopped. Bomber clock, yeah, eat that, don't bother try around, yeah. Look.
Then we had the video and then it was like, what channel are you gonna put it on? And then we was like, yeah, Rashid and posting, like, who wants it? We got a madness here.
Yeah, no, we was like,
this one's going mad, you know?
I remember, I was backing off the phone, like, we're not going to give her that video, though.
And then I posted, like, right, crap. And then Rashid was like, right. And I remember I said to Abs, I said, bro, after this, shit's gonna change for you.
So on the day, I remember I was in the GRM office and it's come back online, everything, then they've slapped the video. I'm just watching the video get some mad views, bro. Like, you know, like, man's standing there with them, like, we're refreshing the video. I'm just watching it and thinking, safe, I'm missing, it's ruthless.
This is all learning to him, like, raw, like, man can actually, like, monetize from this stuff, innit? Like, for real, like.
You do need help in life, you know what I'm saying? And no one's Superman out there, you get it? Once you got your foot through the door and that, like, it's only natural to look at the people you're around and see how you can help them out, and you'll feel the work as well, you get it?
So most people see the person in front of the camera. What people are not seeing is the manager, the stylist, the lighting guy, the so on and so forth. Like, the amount of add-on wealth in industry that is being created, and given how little the government or companies or the education system has been able to do with creating opportunities for the black underclass in this country and the underclass in general, it is very rich for them to sort of get on their high horse and be judgmental about the music. Because ultimately it is just music.
When we were getting drill music on the platform, maybe 2016, 2017, and the police were trying to shut us down and kind of derail our momentum, I always said to the guys, like, look, I've seen this play out before. Do you know what I mean? I've seen it play out with the grime generation, but I've also seen that they've managed to kind of transition their lives and use their art to communicate in different ways, shape, or forms. And I've seen them create entrepreneurial roles for their people within their community.
From an innocent passion, I've changed my life from saying my story, you get me? So it's good to see how like all the different genres come in. Like obviously drill's banging right now. I hear the pain, but I really do hope that some of them can use their mind and see that there's a bigger picture and they can change their life and they can do things for their mum, their family, you get me, and pattern up. But it's important, but obviously everyone's journey is different.
In this game, I feel like you just always gotta be doing that anyway, man. Like Skepta come and gave man gems. Like man's gonna give Abs gems. Like whoever man comes across, it's just he's gonna give the next artist gems, and we're all just gonna keep the scene growing and make it bigger. You know what I'm saying? So
there was a time where man thought it was all over because man see like they announced like they're done with the 696 thing or whatever. But it's like in our case, it's different. Man.
Especially for Abs. The tour last year.
He just ruthless.
Told Abs you can't perform at no cities.
Nothing, no.
Even up to now, he don't know if he can go out and perform, even though it's been a year on. Like, but it's no one else stopping it but the police.
Sometimes I try not to say them things so it don't sound like we're just trying to be like any other youth out here just saying, oh, it's just because we're black and whatnot. But that's what it looks like, you get it, because men go through certain things and we don't have no situation. So when it's time for us to get that opportunity again, what's the point of blocking it now? What was the point? You know what I'm saying?
From that same area, you've seen Headie One, Bando K. Having had the pleasure of meeting Bando K, his ability speaks for itself, his backstory speaks for itself as well, and I believe he's got the potential to have a very bright career in music, you know, provided the police allow him to have a career.
If members of the black English underclass, which is essentially what it is, see that they can become multi-millionaires by talking about their experiences, many of which are negative. If you can parlay telling your negative story into wealth and then you use that wealth responsibly, lots of people are making money now and becoming successful and thinking, ooh, road beef doesn't look so appealing anymore.
It's kept me out of trouble, kept me off the streets, and made me help my family, and I just live good now.
That's the reason why I and my team and people at GRM, we don't stop and we don't quit. It's for that reason, because we want to be as successful as we can and push people to become as successful as they can. So we all have role models to look to and people that set precedent. Look at people, oh yeah, I want to be like him, I want to be like him. That's the bigger picture right there.
We just wanted to make big moves and big statements, and Rated Awards was one of those necessities. I mean, till this day, we've never made a penny off Rated Awards. It's something we generally do for the scene because we love the scene and we love the community, and we want to celebrate with them once a year because we can't celebrate all the time.
Man, I was working. You okay?
Yeah, how did it look?
How's it going?
It was good, man. The big boss, you know.
I'm upset.
This is my old guy at the top.
She's the biggest.
GH General.
Yeah. Ghana Mafia.
I see like a general feeling of artists from a certain demographic feeling like they're underrepresented and they don't get the, their accolades. And I feel like GRM is the perfect, body to give these artists their accolades. I think it's perfect for the culture.
Oh no, we just put them back.
I mean, let's put that one back up.
It's crazy.
In 2015, we just wanted to do that. We just wanted to put on for the city, and that was the first time we had an award show. We couldn't even get a venue. We had to do it in a church. It was one of the best days because we actually achieved something we weren't experts in, and we did it well.
To see this barrier being broken and seeing black people united together, just make sure you all behave, man, and make the night go well. Yeah, man. Please, so we can have a next one and the next one.
The next year, it was in the Camden Roundhouse. 2 years later, after that, it was on Channel 4.
Hosting the Rated Awards was very important to me on a personal level because I wasn't a professional in that environment. I'd never done a live broadcast to that scale, on that kind of network, with that level of production.
Julie was the first GRM writer, and I've known her for like 10 years. She's like a big part of our journey still.
I just thought it was perfect.
I have to be candid as well. I mean, when I saw the Rated Awards, I felt like, yes, okay, finally. Because no one was doing it properly before. You know, it's just the first time that it was just like, the award show was like the music. Do you know what I'm saying? It just went hand in hand.
Motherfuckers, think you're a big boy cause you got a beard. Bullets will make your face look weird. Don't for the man quickly disappear. Left me there cause I ain't never cared.
Everybody knows D.E.'s a legend. But if we don't tell D.E. he's a legend, who else is gonna tell D.E. he's a legend? Who else is gonna give D.E. a legacy award? Like, that man has dedicated his whole life to music. He's raised a generation. He's contributed to culture. No one else is gonna do that. That's why Rated Awards is important. And without the support of the artists, Rated Awards wouldn't exist.
Yeah, it's organic. It's come up from the people that are really there, isn't it?
I know it's a cliche saying, but it's by the people, for the people, and you don't get a lot of that.
I think I've been to every Rated Awards from the beginning, and every year it's just got better and better.
It's everything I'm attached to. It's like I'm seeing my brethren performing and winning things, and you know, you got to remember some of these youths, where they're coming from and their upbringing and how they've grown and how they've come about. They've never really been rewarded for anything.
I've seen Abracadabra win the Rated Award, and I knew Abs.
Abracadabra, Crimson Corner!
Man used to freestyle in the living room with Abs, like, in Tottenham, like, what's going on? Like, my man's just won a Rated Award. I need to go and get myself one.
To be recognised by man's community, and that's a big thing, innit? Because we all grew up here and that, born and bred there. Like, it just shows that there's more to man than just like what the negative stuff what the media puts out. And
certain other award ceremonies don't take man serious, innit? For my first time singing, to get a gold plaque and track of the year and all this stuff, it's just like, it's good times, man, it's good times.
Even to have the tangible statue is amazing, do you know what I mean? Like, people like might look at it and be like, oh, what is this Rated Award? But nah, I take pride in that thing. Like, people have struggled and suffered for this. For what? A bit of entertainment, do you know what I mean? Is it entertainment? Nah, we've created lives and jobs for people, do you know what I mean?
You know the mum them love to show off. She's got something to now say to her friends, yeah, you know, my son won an award for his music, and them little things there are turning points, because you've got a mum that's proud of her son. She's maybe never felt that she's had a reason to celebrate him.
That was a nice feeling. The way it makes like my family feel about me. That sort of stuff makes me want to keep going.
10 years ago, if I would have said that this night would happen and we'd have the industry in the way we've got it tonight, people would have said, fuck off, stop it, chatting shit. Real talk.
I was honoured to win that first Legacy Award, and I've won some things over my career, but to this day, that's the only award that I got in my house.
From the head to the shoulders, knees to the shoe. I never wanna ain't got a reason to. I'm making my P's and Q's. I'm far from a decent. I'm the reason you keep hiding the P's in your shoes. Red team finding the key in the booth. And there's no time where I keep for the fools. Don't tell your people that like someone evil. I'm evil. And if you like me, but stay with us. With Daisy, we can't see. Instead, we better. I don't wanna be friends or open niggas.
When people say they cherish the Rated Award the most, that makes me feel how they feel. Rated Awards isn't a person. GRM Daily isn't a person. GRM Daily could exist without Posty. GRM Daily's Rashid. GRM Daily's Jamal. Rated Awards is the people. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? It's the power of the people.
The Rated Awards is where it's supposed to be, man, and we just got to make sure that it continues to grow in the right way.
About adding into the culture and progression for everyone, you know? Mad respect. Look.
In today's world, from where we're coming from, is crazy. Like, it's crazy. Like, we are the priority in our country now. Do you know what I'm trying to say? It's not a scarcity, or it's not uncommon for a 17-year-old or an 18-year-old kid to make a 6 song and get signed for 200 grand. Now the question is, could you have done it yourself?
Ting called Madison. I tell her come and jump in my Addison Lee.
crossover markets into like black music or cultural music, it's always been led by the majors, where I feel like now you can just create your own narrative, create your own destiny.
I don't think the sort of mainstream media was necessarily paying attention to it. I don't think anybody kind of explained to them how popular this music actually is.
That's the switch that I think places like GRM and like YouTube have given the music industry. It's now kind of in the people's hands, like what happens and what doesn't happen.
Let's go, yo, it's the Hyperman set. EG Tracy live and direct. DJ mash up the deck to the get.
When I first linked up with GRM, I put my first proper music video on there, innit? My first music vid, it was my first 1 million views, my first like major step in music, do you get me? I don't want to say like it's a cheat code, innit? But obviously, GRM's where you need to be, you get me? They bust me early still, when I was broke. We'll say GRM.
I believe the culture, everyone, the community is watching it. And so if you're a newcomer or an artist on the come up, it's a good place to start.
It's the Hyperman set. DJ mash up the deck, the microphone chap is live and direct.
Bare people are in a position they are now because of GRM, innit?
If you shut down Graham Daily on your way, innit? Put your foot in the door.
If I'm dropping something, fam, what am I gonna do, fam? You know what I'm saying? Especially if it's the reload. I'm gonna drop it on the most popular channel coming out of my city, blood.
No one sees myself like you do.
For us to like move as a culture, we need to own the platforms, and we need to have platforms. We need to have labels. We need to have great managers. We need to have, you need to have ownership so you can communicate your culture in the right way.
I know a lot of people here are not going to care about the structural shit and building it and all of that kind of stuff. Fact is, we need it, and the fact is it's fucking hard to build it because they don't want us to have it. It's almost like us not building football teams so that they can become franchises and always just looking for like the next Ronaldo, always. That's where we are in black British music, in my opinion, at the moment.
There's almost been this kind of weird culture in England of like, oh, you're the special black guy, like you're the special black guy, or you're the black, and it's like, no, yes, I am the special black guy or whatever, but there's bare of us.
Look what we're doing independently, bro. We're charting, bro. Performing all the festivals, the whole of Middle England, bro. In their Wellington boots, rich parents are singing these songs with their heart, every word.
I might link my ting from barking, 7 a.m. in the morning.
I'm gonna say this, yeah. Barking, Rams barking. I think that's a testament to so many things. It's a testament to GRM's growth as a channel, and it's a testament to how far black British culture's come. There's a massive platinum selling smash hit of a song by a young lad from Mitcham, a young black man from Mitcham. And that song is on the channel of a man from East London.
Where that tune and everything around it went to, like that's the sort of thing that could have only started on GRM. Do you know what I mean? That became one of the biggest tunes of the year. And Rams became like an artist that ended up on the stage at Wembley. Like, that's the power of Graham Daily, do you know what I mean, or GRM.
It's a very good example of like how beautiful this our culture's become.
Been broken, although I'm not worthy. You fix me, I'm blinded. Sing along! By your grace. Sing along!
You know, as soon as he got announced, people was like, oh, Stormzy, I'm not fucking going Glastonbury. I'm not fucking going. Fucking that shit. But then when you watched it, it's like, oh, thank God, man. He done it. And he done it in his way, which is so iconic.
When Stormzy headlined Glastonbury, I thought it was like one of the best moments of our culture and of our scene. And I think what's even made it like even sweeter for me is like, it was like meaningful, it was about our culture, he was celebrating being black, he was very unapologetic, he had the energy, he rose to the challenge. Like even when you think of like the time that we're in now, like it was just right, like it was just right.
Stormzy is one of those artists who always needs to make a point of standing for something and showing that this is more than just, you know, going out and, you know, doing a PA and whatnot. And like, I knew when I saw his name on that Friday, yeah, I knew Stormzy's gonna do something special.
I can pretty much assure you that that, to pull off that was a big thing behind the scenes. I don't think that was just like Glastonbury just went, yo, we'd love you, rare, or whatever. I think that was him knocking down doors.
When I was on the Glasgow stage, I felt like I was representing us. I was putting myself at a disadvantage if I went out there as one man, like as in, oh, I'm Stormzy and yeah, like it's me, like one man up, no. I was like, that's great, yeah, man can do that, but it will be a lot more powerful if I do it with the spirit of like my brothers and my sisters and every single person who's kind of made it possible for me to be here today. I felt that was very important.
You bring your community to the world as an artist. And a platform like GRM brings all of these communities to the world. That wasn't possible a long time ago. Just to see that was just beautiful, to know that we've actually created our own ecosystem where we can all live together harmoniously, make money, do you know what I mean? Integrate ourselves within everyday society, do you know what I mean? As black people.
We're getting more acknowledgement across the board. I feel like our scene's thriving. A lot more artists in the urban scene are having commercial success, just being themselves, being authentic. Like, we don't have to change who we are to get like recognition. We're in a good space. You never would have saw that a couple of years ago. And platforms like GRM help, it really does.
I'm really proud of what GRM's been doing over the last 10 years, a black-led enterprise, a place for black talent, today's bedroom mixers and singers and artists to become tomorrow's stars. And it's a really important platform and outlet.
The funny thing about GRM was, like, I think many people thought that losing the channel, it would just go away. But if they thought that, then they obviously didn't know, like, the team and the makeup of the team. Like, everybody that was involved in GRM, we all wanted the same thing to happen. We wanted, like, GRM to be, like, a vehicle for the scene. It wasn't going anywhere, and Posty wasn't going to let it happen. Like, that's Posty's life now, do you know what I mean?
I heard a Gets tune the other day, and he had this bar that kind of summed it up, and he said, it was 07 when I said that Graham can't get man a mortgage. Now I'm in Spyro's house and it turns out man can afford it. And I thought, yeah, like that really summed it up for me, that people are like, have come from a place where they didn't think they could really like make a living long term out of this, provide for a family, etc. But now we're here. Do you know what I'm saying? And that touched me.
To see young kids basically having the finances to change their situation, that's very important. Man's obviously from a time where the P's wasn't matching how famous a man was. To see how everything's flourishing now, like it's a beautiful thing to watch.
You know, say what you want about the Brits, but there's a lot of iconic performances that have happened at the Brits. It's that stage where it's, you know, you've got like 5 million people watching, and it is that chance to do the music you want to do and do a performance which can last the test of time.
Black is beautiful, black is excellent. Black is pain, black is joy, black is evident. Working twice as hard as the people, you know you're better than, because you need to do double what they do so you can level them.
Dave's Brit performance, it was just the best thing ever, man. Dave is like a Nigerian boy, like I'm Nigerian. Feels like my little brother is doing it. Like someone that's come from my community is winning, and if they're winning, then I'm winning.
It was really warming. They had the images projected and stuff. Yeah, man, really, really powerful.
It is racist, whether or not it feels racist. The truth is, our prime ministers are real racist. They say you should be grateful we're the least racist. I say the least racist is still racist.
We're having a beautiful moment right now where awareness has been raised and whatever, but actually what we should be fighting for is the system. Do you know what I'm saying? Actually, either you can call me what you want. When I go on set, I want to know that I'm getting paid same as my white counterpart. That's all. So I can feed my family just like them, do you know what I mean? And do all the things that they can do. Just make the system equal. That's what you have to do. We'll make our own way, you know what I mean? But just make the system equal.
All he would want is unity, funding for communities, equal opportunities, people under scrutiny, no more immunity. way less hatred, more conservation, less deforestation. We want rehabilitation. Now that would be amazing. But Grenfell victims still need accommodation. And we still need support for the Windrush generation, reparations for the time our people spent on plantations. I'm done.
This isn't about money, it isn't about video views. It's about representing our culture in the best light and in the best way we can. It's about togetherness, it's about empowerment, it's about unity. It's about showing people what we can all achieve when we come together. Because the black entertainment music business has not been ever this powerful before. And it's not been ever this powerful before because GRM Daily came around, or Link Up came about, or SBTV came about. It's because all these people came about, all these artists came about, all these writers came about, all these directors came about. It's because everybody came together and pushed at one time, and that's how we were able to break boundaries. So if we continue to push together and be professional and be amazing and keep raising the bar, then there's so much more we can do as a people, and there's so much more that we can create. Together, we rise.
I feel like I'm on like the Ellen show or something like.
Hosting the Rated Awards was a shit show.
What does GRM mean to me? Well, what GRM means to me, I thought it was just gonna come out like that.